We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
You decide when you lose, not other people.
And Blabs.
I like pickles.
And co-hosted by our friends from around the internet. If you like common sense, hit that thumbs up button and, of course, the subscribe button. And join us Monday through Friday live at 11 a.m. Central Time. And now, broadcasting from our homes, it's time for the #1 gaming and entertainment podcast on God's green earth. It's time for Side Scrollers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome on out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com and SideScrollers.ruffles.com. Happy Monday to you, everybody. Hi, I'm Stuttering Craig. My, oh my. We got a good one today. I am beyond excited to have our guest in today. We have so much to talk about. Like, it was a busy weekend in the video game and entertainment world. We're going to give you a nice little recap of all of it today. So I'm glad you guys joined us. Hello, my red-shirted friend, Blabs.
Well, hi, also. It's this one. This is my shirt, so.
Hey, it's a nice shirt.
I know.
It's nice.
I got
Good
free,
stuff.
too.
Well, you work here, so, you know, that's good. One of the perks, Blabs. One of the perks.
Yeah, one of the perks is free merch.
Love that. Love that. Joining us today, it is Monday, which means we are joined by our friend, the Yellow Man himself, Yellow Flash Guy. Hello, Flash. Great to see you, buddy.
Where's my free merch?
Give me your address. I'll gladly do it.
Okay, I will send it to you.
Yeah, send me stuff. I will send merchandise to anybody, as long as they send me their address. So
Sounds so creepy when you say that, as long as you send me your address.
as long as we send your address.
I have one that I can send. I'll send it to you.
Yellow Flash has an address, guys. He lives somewhere. But I want to see a little Side Scrollers hat on Flash's avatar every Monday.
Oh, that'd be great.
That'd be pretty
Get
funny.
those Legion guys to make it for me.
Legion, hello.
I'll put a little Side Scrollers hat on your avatar. Could do that.
Let's
Make
go.
that happen. Yeah, I'll do that. Absolutely. Send me your avatar and I'll make it happen for sure.
Add your address and it'll make it happen for sure.
Send me your address.
It sounds so nefarious.
Yes, send me it. I will not stalk you at all. I won't show up to a random event and watch you from outside the window.
I kind of like my stalkers because sometimes I'm kind of lonely and I just know they're there for me.
Isn't that what Robert Pattinson did once? He had a really annoying stalker and he just took one of them out for dinner and all he did was complain about his life, and the stalker never came back after. She was like, I'm done with you. You're awful. You're boring. Like, you're nothing like Edward Cullen.
That's awesome. That's great. So he invited his stalker out to dinner.
Yeah, because she was just constantly standing outside his hotel room. So he's like, all right, I'm bored. I have no one to talk to. Let's go to dinner. So then all he did was apparently talk about himself and how miserable he was right now at that time because he was lonely. And she was like, I'm out. And she never came back and stalked him ever after that.
Dude,
she thought she was going to hear stories of drugs and wild sex parties, but
or like climbing trees like a vampire. Who knows?
Nice. I'll tell you. Let me tell you somebody who has never stalked anybody, as far as I know. Des. Hello, Des. Great to see you.
But have I? No. Good to see you all.
You can always ask for my address and show up and look from the outside the window looking in, just constantly be staring. It'd be really weird. But Des, how are you? Great to see you again. Glad you're back.
I'm good. I've kind of taken a little bit of a hiatus this last couple of weeks. This is sort of my first time being back on the internet in like a month. So,
let's go.
Yeah,
hey,
it's good to be back, though. Good place to come back to.
Very welcoming, warm. We got a nice fire for you, ready to go. You can pull up. It's nice and cozy. It's wonderful. Get your comfy blanket on and keep you cozy all day. Well, look, I'm glad everybody's joined us today. We got a lot to talk about. As I said, there was Summer Games Fest over the weekend. There was a big Xbox press conference where they showed off a lot of stuff. We're going to give you a rundown of some of our highlights along the way, and as well as a lot of good stuff. With that said, we are live over at rumble.com/sidescrollers. Join us over there. Hit the follow button. It's great. We're growing every single day. Why do we love Rumble, Blabs?
Because it grows organically.
That's right. You can also watch the show or find out who's going to be on the show. You could have found out that Flash and Des were going to be on the show if you simply followed us over at x.com/sidescrollerpod. Join us over there. We also have an Instagram account, don't we, Blabs?
We do follow us for memes and clips of the show. Otherwise, no soup and no sandwiches. You don't get any food.
I do think that is the worst punishment of all.
Oh,
More
dude,
than violence.
No soup, no sandwiches.
It's messed up. Hey, real quick, how many followers are we at right now, Blabs, over on Instagram?
I would have to look. Give me a second.
Sounds good. You can do that in a second. We are live over at Kick as well, at kick.com/sidescrollers. And you can listen to the show over on Apple Podcast and Spotify. We'd love for you guys to join us over there. Of course, you can follow us over at Locals at sidescrollers.locals.com. If you'd open up a new window right now, hit the follow button over there. And you've got to make an account. It's free to do. And if you want to support us over there, that's awesome. If not, that's totally fine. But you will get notified every single time we go live, which is a very important thing, which we can't say is for certain over here on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, do us a favor. If you're a normal man and just can't deal with all this insanity, do us a favor, hit the subscribe button and join the 35 normal men who love common sense in the video game entertainment space.
Where's that clip from that you play?
So it is from a show over in the UK. It's a kid show, and it's a blooper that took place where it's this stupid little dog. And if you ask most people from the UK, and this is a pretty popular show over there. But it popped off a few years ago as a viral clip that was popped off, and it's really weird because I was like looking. I've been trying to think of a community name. Like we started with like G2, and this whole idea of this show has been around common sense and just regular people, right? But normal man fits it so perfectly. So one day, someone came in with a super chat, and they're like, "Hey, you should rename the community Normal Men." I was like, "That makes total sense." And here we are. We're all normal men. Even you, Des. Even you, Blabs. We're all normal men.
Don't assume our gender. It's Pride Month. I'm Pinecone.
If you want to see some crazy PSAs, Australia probably has that one beat. They have some crazy kid stuff like the Privilege Bridge where they have this guy swimming through fire, and it's weird, man.
The Privilege Bridge.
Yeah,
maybe we can do a reaction to that sometime. That'll be great. Well, if you,
I'll find it for next Monday.
If you wonderful friends watching, you normal men watching, want to cross the Privilege Bridge and hit the thumbs up button, we'd greatly appreciate that. Our goal is 900 today, and let's do our best to get to 25 memberships as we are off to a rip-roaring start. Lord J, who I met this weekend at the meetup, came in with 10 gifted memberships. That is spectacular, Lord J. Thank you very much for your support. Des, you get to pick the color today. What are we going with? We're going blue, green, yellow, purple, or orange.
Let's do blue.
Blue, something blue. All right, sounds good. Lord J, thank you very much. Speaking of Lord J came in with a $25 direct donation as well. Says, hell of a meetup. Got to meet a bunch of great normal men. And of course, the number one brochacho, Craig. Hey.
The what?
Oh, Lord J, them fighting words. Did you see the reaction right there? Did you see the reaction from Blabs?
I coined that word on the show. You were all like, that's not a word. No one talks about it. And then you go and call that the number one brochacho?
What?
That?
Did you say that to me?
Yes.
Did you just call me that?
Yes.
Listen, my pronouns are this and that. All right, get over it.
Damn. Wow.
Dude, so mad. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I want my credit, bro. Brochacho.
All right. Well, listen. Everybody know Blabs is the number one. Look at that. The number one brochacho right there. There she is.
Hello.
All right.
I'll put myself back now. Thank you.
Okay. You got your credit. Do you feel okay? Do you feel validated?
Yes.
Right.
I feel seen.
Okay, good for you. Way to go. Hey, thank you so much, Lord J, for that wonderful moment. Emerald Salins came in and says, hey, Blabs, have you seen the Lego movies?
Surprisingly, I have not seen the Lego movies, although I've heard good things.
I've seen the first one, but it had like Batman as a side character.
Did they?
Batman Lego, I like that one.
I mean,
I
I
haven't
love
seen
the
any
Lego
other
video
ones.
games, so I'm sure they'd have to have something good for me. But yeah, I've not seen them, sadly. But Craig is like in like that pixelated Minecraft, so I'm gonna take over for a little bit for you. TRS Chaos for $4.99 says, "At Craig, will you try the big boy boxing demo?"
No.
Okay. That was pretty easy. Red Strata says, "Great to see you in Dallas, Craig. Missed you, Blabs. Thanks for watching Weekly Rogues' Gallery Flash. Hail the normal men." Thank you, Red Strider. Remdog says, "Craig, awesome meeting you. Here's a bone for the Hacker T Dog Plushie Fund." What?
That's the name of the dog, Hacker T dog.
Oh, his name is Hacker?
Yeah. Yep.
Interesting.
It's wonderful.
The worthy one member for 5 months, Frosk, Alyssa Mercante. "Why is it always women who look like them be the main ones talking ish about gamers? She would get roasted here in the South." Yeah. True enough.
Well, she's about to get roasted here on the show, so it's all right. It'll be good.
Peter says, "Canadians' PSA are something out of a fever dream. Just look up House Hippos."
Make a little
I've
note
never
on
heard
that,
of
Blab. See if you can
House
find the House Hippos.
Okay, House Hippos.
Thank you,
Alrighty.
Peter.
And then Flame Mage member for 2 months.
Let's go. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, guys. That's spectacular stuff. Man, speaking of spectacular, over on Rumble, a massive $50 Rumble rant. Shane came in and says, "Speaking of addresses, let me know how much honey will be when you can, Des. Giving Craig $50 as a reminder for you is not my smartest decision." Craig is weird, and I heard he has a tower tard. This is true. He's hanging out over there. There it is.
Hey.
Hey, Shane, thank you very much.
You know what happens for the 50, don't you?
Yep. But this is new. Look at that.
Oh my
that's
God.
a good idea. I'm stealing this.
No way. Get your own boobs.
Get your own boobs there, Flash. Hey, give it up for Shane. Thank you so much, Bentley guy, for the $50 Rumble rant. That is spectacular and much appreciated. Real quick, he was asking about the honey. Why don't you tell everybody
He's got an order with me. We just pulled a bunch of honey. We actually sold out of all our honey from last year, so we just got a brand new batch. And we've been selling locally so well that I haven't pushed on my online sales, but I do some online sales if anybody wants to send me a message. I'll get some to you.
That's awesome. And where can they do that?
Just send me a message on Twitter is probably the best way.
Okay. Sounds perfect. Well, thank you very much, Shane. Appreciate your support. Once again, we'll get to all Rumble rants, all super chats, all direct donations today throughout the show. As you guys are obviously a big part of the show and a big reason why this show happens. I would like to let you know that Snapple Rai also picked up the Let Us Skateboard t-shirt. Now, Des, I know you have kids, and
I love the shirts. I saw this.
Good. The Let Us Skateboard t-shirt is available. I think we're going to keep it up. A lot of people have really liked this shirt. Really like this shirt. So
I sent it to my friend who skates, actually. I thought it was so cute. I want it for me. I don't skateboard. I'll be a poser, but I want to get it anyway.
Okay. You don't need to be a skateboarder to enjoy quality art, which is good.
That's right.
Hey, I was going over the weekend. I marked it is Pride Month, obviously. I marked our Pride merchandise down $5. So all of our and I didn't change it before the show. So until the end of the show, the American Pride t-shirt is $5 off. It's only $25. So if you guys want to go pick that up right now, once the show's over, I'm going to raise the price back to what it was before. But I thought we'd do like a fun little sale because I want everybody to have this stinking shirt. Everybody to have this shirt. So go pick it up right now. Link is in the description for that and the Let Us Skateboard t-shirt. We'd really appreciate your support over there. So thank you very much. With that said, we did have, as pointed out by a lot of great normal men on the show. I was at a meetup this weekend down in the Dallas area. Had a great time. Met up with a lot of folks. I mean, I tried to leave several times because I had to get back because my daughter's birthday was the next day and we had to do some prep and stuff for that. But I literally couldn't leave. I take a step and get stopped, and take a step and get stopped, and not stalked, but stopped, which was great. And I got to be honest, it was so wonderful to meet everybody, and it was a really great opportunity to just shake hands, give hugs, and talk with folks. And can't tell you how fortunate I feel to be able to do that. So thank you guys very much for that. With that said, there was a little bit of drama, which literally nobody knew about as it was happening. I think that's the craziest. Apparently, a guy got arrested outside for I don't know a whole lot about
harassment.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about it, like at all. The backstory on this, Flash, I know you do, and I don't really care to go into the like the nitty gritty of like online beef and all that bullshit. But yeah, so the dude got arrested, and like everybody found out about it like later. Like nobody talked about it at all during it. At least I saw people that were posting about it that I was shaking hands and saying hello to, and they weren't like, "Hey, did you hear about this?" And it was like, "No," and nope. Like it was just one of those things I saw afterwards. So yeah, it was just amazing to see, like 15 feet outside. You know, everyone here is too busy shaking hands and saying hi to worry about this nonsense that's happening outside. So anyways, sorry for that, dude. I guess he has an opportunity to spend some time in jail for stalking. So
well, everyone's blaming Eric, but if you saw the thing, like he was busy the entire time. What got him in trouble is if you see the guy's video, he talked to the cops for like 20 minutes. I couldn't hear everything that he was saying, but you could make out some of the stuff, and he was telling him he was basically there to harass people, like go after Eric, and he was telling this girl that was with him to film everybody and keep the phone on him. He probably shouldn't have talked to the cops. That would be the number one thing. And everybody in the chat, if the police want to ask you a bunch of questions, don't talk to them.
Right.
You don't have to.
I don't, people saying, oh, like Eric called the cop. Like, no, dude, like there's 0% chance he even knew what was happening going on outside. Like, cause I'm telling you, it was nuts to butts inside this place. First and foremost, it was packed, and the line for everybody was winding through this place. And when one person left, the next person came up, right? The idea it's, I don't know. I don't really know. But anyways, well, sorry for that, dude. Hopefully he doesn't spend too much time in jail. But
classic case of fuck around and find out.
I guess. I mean, and we didn't find out till after the show. So there you go. All right, Blabs, let's get into it. Tell us about today in video game history.
Alrighty, so on June 10th, aka today, Castlevania Circle of the Moon is now 23 years old. Super Mario Advance is 23 years old also, and Kirby Planet Robobot is 8 years old, releasing back in 2016. So there you go. It's very much like a handheld week that's been going on for all these anniversaries.
Yeah. By the way, am I delayed or are you delayed, Blabs?
You're delayed.
I'm delayed. Damn.
Yes.
See, I can't be sharing shit. I can't be changing things and sharing things. Let me back that out there. Oh, that's not it. Hold on. We'll get to that in a little bit. Let me actually remove all my stuff. So maybe that'll help. But yeah, the Game Boy, the Mario Advance games.
I launched with the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
I know this because I bought it with the Game Boy Advance.
Do you like the Advance games, the Mario Advance games?
Yeah, they're good. I like them. They're pretty much Super Mario All-Stars, but with voices. Because he actually, from what I remember, it's been a long time since I played him, but from what I remember, he made the little, the little noises he makes. Yeah.
That always felt weird to me. Was at Mario just like the original Mario 2 didn't have those voices, and then they added the sound effects and stuff. And, yeah. But
well, wait until tomorrow, I'll say, for game history. Tomorrow will make you really old.
Tomorrow's gonna make me feel really old.
That's great.
Sounds good.
Because I always do the day previous. That way, in case something happens, it's already on the back end of StreamYards, and Craig is all set. No, put it back, Craig.
But so technically, today is the anniversary of the Game Boy Advance in America.
There it is.
Damn it, Craig. You ruined my surprise.
I knew it as soon as I saw Mario Advance because I remember buying this. I was so excited
Game
to
Boy
get this.
Advance is anniversary's tomorrow.
Oh my god, it's a Super Nintendo in my hand.
How you said? Look at chat saying, "Craig, how could you?" Yeah, Craig, how could you? You ruined the surprise.
How dare me? How dare me? Indeed, that's right. And you know, Yumi in the movie brings up a really good point in the chat, saying, "Don't forget Duke Nukem Forever came out today as well." That was probably what 14, 15 years ago. Duke Nukem Forever. So I don't know. You probably don't know the story about this, Blabs. I don't know if you know the story. I mean, Flash. I don't even know if you know the story about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
it's in development hell.
Yes, the story behind Duke Nukem Forever was a game that was like started development in like 1999, and then it came out in 2012 or 13, 2011.
Oh, I'm looking at it right now.
It came out, and it was very much a game that was meant to be released in like 1999, 2000 when it came, but it came out in 2011, and it was like, okay, all right. So, but yeah, it was fun stuff for sure. So, well, a quick reminder that Today in Gaming History is brought to you by our friends over at Zydax PCs. If you guys are in the market for a PC, consider checking them out. They are all handmade in the United States. They have United States customer support as well. We love that about them. So definitely check them out. The link to a custom link is down below. So if you guys are in the market for a PC, consider checking them out. If you're looking for it's a great place to start. Zydax PCs, guys. Thanks so much for your support. They support us, so please support them. Appreciate that. That is awesome stuff. Speaking of support, good God, Snapple came in, who I met at the meetup, with the $100 super chat. Says, "Hey, Craig, it was awesome meeting you at the event and was happy to hear we're just normal men live and in person and up front and center. Here's some support for the show and looking forward to seeing what comes next." Thanks, Snapple. Appreciate it. Yes, that's Snapple in person. Shook his hand, gave him a high five or a little hug, just realized we're all just normal men, which was great. Hey, Snapple, thank you very much. Appreciate that support. That is excellent. Also pointed out, Godzilla's Greaser came in with the 5. Says, "We should stay longer at the meetup longer, Craig. You were gone before I got to the end of Ripple's line. Sorry about that. Yeah, I think I rolled out about an hour before it officially ended, probably around 10:15 or so. But had to get back to help my wife. So I'm sure most married men will understand. They gotta go back when the wife says, "Get home." You get home. Snapple, thank you very much for that. Appreciate your support. And sorry we didn't get a chance to say hi. Godzilla Greaser. Next time for sure. Good Lord. You guys have been spectacular today. Let me get that on the wall. Blabs, if you can start reading this off then before we get into hard news.
Yeah, so Dan says, "Are you sure that's Mercante and not Bono?" Don't you do Bono dirty like that. I like Bono. We're talking about U2 singer, right? Right.
Yes.
Yeah, don't you do him dirty like that. Dark Elf says, "Don't know if anyone is a perfect Dark fan, but they massacred my girl Joanna and gave her the DEI female face.
They did.
Craig, I hope you can make your Game Awards show into reality. But we'll talk about Joanna and a whole bunch of other whammons later. But thank you, Dark Elf."
Yes. Well, yes, we're going to get into Joanna in a little bit. Take Games Back. We'll have news on that here in the next 2 weeks for sure. So we'll be announcing some of the first board members of that, as well as the official name for what it's going to be. So looking forward to that.
Vimarain, member for 1 month, says, "Hello to the panel, and special thanks to Blabs for being on Saucy Saturday, keeping us company while X-Rigo is getting drunk in the U.S. What do you mean? X-Rigo was there. Hi. That was my impression of X-Rigo. I did that all night long on Saucy.
Oh, boy.
Emerald says, "Did you guys know that Lego making Pharrell movie?"
No.
Pharrell, like the singer?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Movie?
I don't know.
I don't know, but okay. Thank you, Emerald. I think like your avatar is somewhat Lego related. Mark of Reality says, "Do we get to choose a champion for Alyssa Mercante's challenge to fight her physically? How much would it cost to get Gina Carano, and can we do a fundraiser?" Can you imagine?
Oh my God.
Dude, I would never want to be on the other end of like Gina Carano's like backhand or anything.
Nothing. Oh my. Okay, we'll get to that in a little bit for sure.
I am Vickers says, "Duke Nukem Forever is highly underrated." Thank you.
Oh.
And Elite Neo says, "Only thing that sucked about the first gen Game Boy Advance was the lack of screen backlighting. Thankfully, the Game Boy Advance SP variant fixed it." Thank you for that. And Carlos says, long-time listener, first-time super chat. Aw, love the show. Hey, Yellow Flash, you're awesome. Is it okay if I send for Blabs? Very beautiful.
Sure.
Okay. Thanks.
Carlos, thank you so much. That is
Thanks for
very
your
nice.
first-time super chat.
Yes, absolutely. And Old School Gamer, speaking of Blabs, came in with the $50 Rumble Rant for the brochachos, which will be a food item come the.
I think we need a brochacho emote.
What does that look like?
Just the word brochacho.
I feel like it needs a sombrero.
You could just spam the chat with the brochacho word.
That's incredibly culturally insensitive of you
I
guys.
love it.
I'm half Hispanic, so I can get away with it.
No, see, now it's not even that great. It needs to be like we have to be bigoted.
Well, I am half Cuban, so that doesn't quite count for a lot of Hispanics.
Oh yeah, they don't consider you that.
Yeah.
All right, well,
fake news.
We can definitely figure out the brochacho emote along the way. We'll figure that out sometime. But by the way, thank you guys. I see everybody picking up the American Pride t-shirt. Once again, $5 off today until the end of the show. Appreciate that. We'll make sure everybody gets a shout out there before the end of the show as well. All right, let's get into it. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News. All righty. So this weekend we had a lot of video game announcements, which was really cool to see. Some good, some bad, some meh. But it is not over. We're going to get to all that in just a little bit because coming up in just about 2 hours, Ubisoft is having their big announcement. Ubisoft Forward, live from LA. Yes, Flash.
Yes.
What's so funny, Flash?
I'm excited. About Ubisoft and their Assassin's Creed and Star Wars, ma'am. It's great. I more content on that is always good.
They did show the Assassin's Creed yesterday on who was it? Was it Xbox? There's so many showcases in this weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, they did. They showed a little bit of the Assassin's Creed teaser, and everyone was like, "Why are they doing this now when they have their own show tomorrow?" But yeah,
well, I'm really.
Teaser.
You know what they're going to focus on is their new subscription plan. I'm sure. I'm very much looking forward to those details. I'm sure they'll be well received by the community.
How much money? Yeah, especially when you think about the game prices for like Outlaw, how expensive that is. It'll be interesting.
That is, we'll learn more about that in just about 2 hours from now. 119 minutes from right now at 1:30 Central Time. We will not be watching that on the channel.
Way to go.
Sorry. Blabs, can you pull up the kid who, speaking of F around and find out, this was a clip that was passed around the internet over the weekend. And I'm going to tell you this right now. Blabs put this, says, is this quote violence justified on streamer? That's what it says in the run sheet. I followed up with, yes.
I saw that. I was like, this could be a good topic of conversation. And Craig just immediately answers it.
So I don't know if you guys saw this kid going around. There's these IRL streamers who they just try to get up in everybody's face over the way and then try to call. Look, I'm creating content by being annoying. Look at me, I'm so fun. You see this all the time. And there was this one kid. I guess this is a dual stream. I think the big guy that you're going to see is an influencer in like the weight training space, and the little guy is like a Twitch streamer or a Kick streamer or whatever, right?
A twat streamer, I'd say.
So the big guy, his name is Bradley Martin, and they're like in a gym, and he has 386,000 followers over on X. So he's a pretty big dude. So he's over here kind of like minding his own business. And like I said, I think this is like a dual stream or something, but it does not go very well as the little guy on your left in the middle is about to find out.
Shall I play?
Yes.
That's just funny. That's just funny.
Can you pause?
Damn, actually. Shit. Oh, I didn't know that was bad.
I didn't know that was bad.
Okay. So first off, can you pull that up really quick? Just I don't want to play it, but the guy on the far left, his friend, is the worst friend in the world. Like you can tell he's just a hanger on. He's just some dude.
He's bouncing the Maroon 5.
Yeah, bouncing around over here. And pause, please. Look at the guy's face on the left because he's like, "What are you gonna do about it?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, like, why would you get this close? You have a guy that outweighs you by 150 pounds. Whap! God.
I like how he gives the hat back immediately.
Immediately.
Here you go, sir.
Yes.
Sorry about that, sir.
That's exactly right. And I posted over on X. I said, like, this is pretty much a wonderful metaphor, like a great metaphor that for society, like one good slap is all it takes for this little bitch to cover up and give the hat back. Like that's it. And he was obviously caught off guard because he wasn't used to being slapped back, and that's what happened. He got slapped back, and there it is. Now there is more to this, as I guess the big guy felt bad, and he gave the little one an opportunity to slap him back, and he tried, and it was one of those things where he slapped him, and he was like, "Okay, thanks. Do you feel better now?" And the little guy came back later, and he did.
He let out like a high pitched when he slapped him.
He goes, Did he lick it? Did you see that kid who licked the guy who licks the back of his hand before he does it? Then he came across. Have you seen that video of the guy?
No, ew.
Well,
I haven't. Hold up.
I'll see if I can find it. Des, I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you feel like this violence is justified for this dude?
I think probably you should have gotten spanked or something when he was a kid, to be quite honest. Not that I'm an advocate for beating your kids or anything like that, but I think that this younger generation is just so spoiled, and they just think they can run their mouths. They probably just didn't have parents that ever put them in their place. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna go commit violence, but I mean the guy's fine. It's not like you end up in the hospital or something. I think a little slap,
Well,
probably taught him a good lesson.
Here's the backhand slap that I was talking about here. That listen, sometimes, hey, you know what? I think we have something here. Don't we have something in here? Where am I, Blabs? Sometimes you just got to slap a bitch. Where is that at? Anyways, well, sometimes you got to slap a bitch. That's right. All right. So here's this guy with a backhand here. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is spectacular.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Okay, ready? Yeah, it's going. The one you want to keep an eye on is
what
this
a
guy.
bitch. So he ran up behind, but he's turned around going out the door.
Here's the guy you want to keep an eye on, though. This is the big guy, but this is the guy you want to keep an eye on. Lick of the back of the hand across the face. Ooh. Oh my god!
Look at him bend on the table.
Yeah, that really has to hurt his back.
Yeah,
that
would be painful. Ouch. I think.
Like, what's the point of licking it? Is it for the sound effect? Does it hurt more? I don't understand.
I don't.
He's putting a little sizzle on it,
just for some style.
Yeah, he's just putting a little sizzle.
All right.
Yeah, a little.
It's the man that knew a camera was on him.
Watch what happens immediately after he slaps him. Watch what he does. Oh. And then he walks off because he knows it's done. A true man knows the fight is over when it's over. He walks off, and he doesn't walk. He struts. Look at the strut here. Move, move, move. Like he knows it's done. Anyways, that's just the greatest slap I've ever seen online for the record. But a close second is this guy getting slapped around by the big dude. So, anyways, that needed to be shared. Speaking of slapping around, let's go to movies. Let's go to movies here. Man, we talked a lot about like movies are dead and summer blockbusters don't exist anymore and nobody's going to the movies until Bad Boys showed up. The new Bad Boys movie is here, and it just destroyed this weekend, making over $104 million off a $100 million production budget. Pretty awesome stuff. I mean, yes, it's got Will Smith in it, and yes, speaking of slaps, Will Smith is in there. But do you guys have any desire to see the new Bad Boys film? Because I hear it's pretty good.
I'd like to see it. I'll probably wait for it to come out, though. I think there's a lot to talk about with that movie, especially when it comes to marketing, right? Like all the marketing I saw for Bad Boys 4 was like action scenes, some behind the scenes thing where they had a camera in Will Smith's face so they could show you. There's a really cool fight scene in there, or gun scene, where you're looking down the barrel of his gun, which is pretty cool. Versus Furiosa, where George Miller was talking about how he loves feminism, and that's a core element of the film. Like, you kind of sabotaged yourself with this stuff.
Do you have any desire to go see a sweet action film?
I like action movies, so I'll probably watch it. It's fun.
Oh, go ahead, Des. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, if it's gotten good reviews. I mean, I'm kind of in a weird place with a lot of movies, so it's like, do I really want to support, this, and do I want to support these actors? But then, I want to see them sometimes, so it's like, I don't know. We'll see.
The clip you're talking about of Will Smith going around and the camera was on him. He's holding his firearm out, and then the camera literally flips around. The camera's right here in his face, and the idea that it flips around, it'd be like if I was to turn my camera on myself and flip it. It's pretty awesome. There was also a video of Will Smith going around, actually going into the theater and watching the new Bad Boys film with fans, which I always think that's cool to see. When you see actors do this, they go in and they kind of secretly go check out a movie. This is kind of a quick 55-second clip. If you guys want to watch this, did you guys see this over the weekend? No, it's Will Smith.
We're in Baldwin Hills. We're about to go in the theater. It's a ritual I have. I do it like whenever a movie come out on Friday, Saturday, and usually a matinee on Sunday. I go into theaters. I'm gonna let that motherfucker cook this shit. Hey, I'm glad y'all enjoyed that.
Yeah, pretty awesome stuff.
That's fun.
Pretty good.
That's funny. That's nice. That's like a nice fan service
wholesome.
to do.
Right.
I like they didn't have security around him either.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, I still think he's a huge douchebag, but
yeah. He was. I think that's the only situation that I could say like that I could justify him wearing a mask, right? Because he's trying to keep his face hidden. People are like, he's got it. Yeah, but I get it in that situation. It's whatever. Because he's trying to keep him hidden right there. But I think that's cool, and it's. I long for the days of like the summer blockbuster. If you go back and you look at the late '90s, early 2000s of just giant popcorn flicks of just big explosions and Michael Bay. Talking about like movies like The Rock and these movies that would come out, and the idea was, hey, let's turn off our brain for a little bit and let's just go crazy, man, and let's watch some things explode and people get shot. Let's go. And it sounds like that's what happens in this movie. And you know what? I'm into it. I'm into the idea. Now, do I want to pay $15 to go see it? But I will definitely watch it in time for sure. So good old Will Smith. Let's get to
I think it shows also that most people are pretty forgiving. Like a lot of that's blown over for him. I think.
Yeah.
This kind of proves it.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
I think if this movie would have dropped last year, I don't know if it would have gotten the same steam it's getting right now.
I 100% agree with you. I think that humans are dumb. We're stupid people. We forget things quickly, and more than forgiving, I think people literally forget, along the way. Oh, there was something about Will Smith a couple years ago. What was that? That's right. He bitch slapped, Chris Rock across the face, right? But
I think a lot of the negative tension also turned to Jada Pinkett Smith. I think in that situation, I think that's kind of it. Yeah, I think it's just kind of more on her. And in my mind, I think he seems to be more the victim, in a dysfunctional.
I agree with you. Yeah, I think she just looking so bad. All those interviews she did, she's always kind of talking shit about him.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like a pretty toxic relationship, if I'm being totally honest. And I think he got in it, and then she's like, "Well, I want to sleep with this other guy," and he's like, "What?" But hell, I don't know. It's not my relationship to deal with. But yeah, I do agree with you. I think that he's become the more sympathetic figure of the situation over the last little bit. So, yes. All right. This came in from Rudiger. Says, "Did anyone enjoy the irony of Keeley's Summer Games Fest wholesome direct taking repeated breaks to show footage of starving children in Palestine narrated by ASMR voice, #cozy vibes only." Well, we're going to get to some of the announcements that came in from the Summer Games Fest there, and as well as and so let's go and get to that right now. Some of the Summer Games Fest here. Now, Blabs, you love yourself some Harry Potter, and you wanted an opportunity to chat today about this.
Yeah, all right. So just for the record, I've known about this game for over a year because I've been doing the playtest since May of 2023. So I wasn't allowed to say anything because of NDAs, and all the footage that was leaked was immediately taken down. And I don't know what these people, like how much of trouble they got in with Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers is really serious with that stuff. So I said, nothing. But the leaks are out there now, so I actually can talk about it. So I did do a deep dive on my YouTube channel. I threw in the link in the description below for you guys to watch it after we're done streaming here. But the gist of it is it's a new Quidditch game. Now, EA Games made one back in 2003, and it's very beloved. Everybody loved it. Like, even if they were just like a mediocre fan or like just for fun, it was a fun game to play. It was really great. This, on the other hand, is an abomination. Besides the fact that the art style is horrific, in my opinion at least, it looks like Fortnite skins. They're going to be focusing on like androgynous designs, and the broom itself is like all like it looks bad, right? Like that is horrific. Any way you pause this trailer, it looks bad.
It looks like it kind of
looks like a penis.
Right. Thank you, Flash. I was just gonna say it.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah.
So, okay, but here's the thing: you can say this stuff, Blabs, because you've played this game. You've actually, yes. So
let me give you the breakdown of this. You can customize your own character, so you don't have to play as a character from the franchise. You can make yourself. However, there are pronouns in this game. The very first option is actually they, them. Now, that picture there is from the 2003, so just so you know. Yes, the first option is they, them in this game. Then it's male, or like she, her, he, him. Just so you know.
The very first option?
For pronouns is they, them, yes.
The default, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's changed, right? Because they haven't done a play test in over 6 months. Like, I think the last one was in October of last year. And that was the last time I played it. But they had all this stuff. They had the worst body types you could select. Like, I'm talking like obese. And I'm like, why would you want to play as an obese person flying a broomstick? You're doing a sport, right? You're supposed to be agile and fast and strong. It's just, it's very, very bad. And the trailer for this game, like I was just looking at the trailer, the breakdown of it is so bland and boring. And since we have previous like stuff to compare it to, the previous Quidditch game, the other one had the camera spinning and it looked like you were actually flying, and like it was very fast paced, and the players were punching each other and knocking each other out of the to the ground, and it was It was intense. And then this one's like, I'm Ginny Weasley. Do you have what it takes to swing a bat? Basically, it's like, And I understand what they were doing because Ginny becomes a professional Quidditch player when she's an adult. A lot of people don't know that. That is true. So they kind of like tied it in. And that's fine in my opinion. But at the same time, it does not work. It does not appeal. You're just making it like, strong female woman. That's kind of the force you're pushing when Ginny herself is just a badass chick in the books, not the movies. So it was just a giant L for me. This entire trailer is bad. The gameplay was horrific. And I know during the playtest, they had shortened everything down to not actually like represent a real Quidditch game. So instead of like 150 points to catch the snitch and everything and end it, it was like 30 points or whatever it was. It was really something really stupid, but it could have just been like a mini demo for the playtest. So I don't know what they're doing now. But this game is $30 also. And they're not teasing it anywhere, by the way. They're not telling you it's $30. You have to go into the website under the FAQ and read the price there. So $30 for a Fortnite skin. That's what you're paying for.
I love how passionate you are about this.
Is that why you're laughing at me?
Yeah, kind of. I love it. I love it. You're so passionate about it. She was not a Quidditch player until she was an adult. She was not.
Yeah. Well, but I'm just saying, but like you're paying $30 for that. Like, are you really going to pay 30? Like, are you really going to shell out $30 for that? Like, come on. And they're not advertising it. But the positive thing I will say, for now at least, there are no microtransactions in the game. They have announced that, saying for now, though. For now.
Right.
What's coming?
Well, this has been Blabs Talks Harry Potter.
Yeah, watch my breakdown. I like broke it down everything. The end.
Wait till that HBO show comes out. That's gonna propel you to the top, I think.
We'll
Especially
see.
if it's bad.
I don't want it to be bad though. That's the thing. I want it to be good. Why would I want to destroy something I love? So yeah.
I mean, you already have the books. I mean,
yeah, but like I don't want them to ruin the imagery of everything that I have in my head, you know? And like they really can't change all that much because of the theme park. So the robes, the castle design, everything has to look the same in order to match the theme parks and match the merch.
does it?
Well, they're going to have two different versions, and then they're going to kind of like lose a bit of money, and merch ideas are going to go down because you can't copy, really.
You can't.
I wonder how much she cares. I mean, she has so much money already. That's why she's so vocal.
Who, J.K. Rowling?
Yeah, she's got fuck you
really
money
vocal.
for sure.
Yeah, no, I know she's loaded. She's a billionaire, but she does still care. So
She's the billionaire with a heart. All right. There it is right there. J.K. Rowling. Well, thank you for that, Blabs. Appreciate your passion about Harry Potter and Quidditch, of all things. The idea that the game didn't even represent a real version of Quidditch.
Well, that's the thing, though. It wasn't a playtest, so I don't know if that was like shrunk down so you could do the demo. Because like I was in a secret Discord server and everything for it too. I still am, but it's under lock and key, so no one can actually type in it until they say you can. So, yeah.
Look at you, superstar.
I've known stuff for over a year and not said a thing because I don't want to get sued by Warner Brothers.
Well, thank you for that, Blabs.
You're welcome.
Spectacular. Also spectacular. Alec Baldwin's finger came in with a $50 super chat. Unreal. Alec Baldwin's finger. He never misses. The meetup was a lot of fun. Looking forward to chatting with you again at the next one. We have the best community. You're damn right. Hey, just a bunch of normal men here. Alec Baldwin's finger. Look at that. Look at that. That is spectacular. Blabs, can you read off some mighty yellows for me, please?
Mighty yellows. Yeah. Yes. All right. Druids says, I think this should be obvious, but what we are watching right now is an Goodning perception of Will Smith, much like The Hangover did for Mike Tyson. We'll have to see how this plays out. I don't know. I don't really have much sympathy for Will Smith, I'll be honest with you. So I don't really care all that much about him. I am Lurkers for 10 says, did the weird Fortnite-ish character design for Mortal Kombat 1, and it's off-putting. Everyone has a weird grin on their face. Ed Boon should be ashamed. Yeah. This skin is like Fortnite, androgynous, eccentric. And the worst part of it all, let me just go back to this. Is for the marketing, they released a poster, and they put some random ass chick who's very androgynous looking in front of Harry Potter himself. It's like, he's like the main character of the franchise. Why are you putting him in the back? That doesn't make any marketing sense.
My favorite Pride Month tweet came thanks to Mortal Kombat, because they said something about, I don't even remember what they tweeted, but the response from somebody that ratioed the hell out of them was, "Finish they them."
I remember seeing that. That was like everywhere.
Yeah, that's great. Oh, hey, man.
Just a quick hit here. Speaking of Mortal Kombat, Homelander is in the game, and Homelander from that, what's that series called? The Homelander series. Yeah, The Boys. Okay.
The Boys.
So he's a downloadable character in the game, and I don't know if you guys saw the graphical comparison between PlayStation 5 and Xbox and PC and the Nintendo Switch, but this is just absolutely spectacular here. Look at this. This is PlayStation.
Yikes.
Oh, that Switch version, man. It's almost worth it for the memes that it made.
Damn.
Damn, that's bad.
It's like somebody took a bunch of Play-Doh and tried to make Homelander out of it who didn't know how to use Play-Doh. It's awesome.
Does it at least run good on Switch? Like,
I don't know. I mean,
think Craig should stream it on Switch.
Yeah.
On the Side Scrollers Plays channel.
Come on, Craig. Think about it.
Think about the children. That's right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe one day if I can get over it, that'd be tough. But
get over Donkey Kong, you mean?
Because I mean, The Witcher runs on the Switch. Doesn't look good, but it's still kind of amazing that it runs.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that these things do run is amazing, but it obviously it sacrifices some quality in some areas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blabs, go ahead and read this from 90 Dragons.
90 Dragons for 10 says, Quidditch is designed like an argument with your lady. Put in the work, making all the right little points. Then she hits you with that one soul-crushing insult, and somehow she wins. I understand what you're saying, but not always will that work. And it's proof. Goblet of Fire.
Thank you, 90 Dragon. Okay, let's move on. Some more quick hits here as we continue on, as we dig into it. Like I said, lots of games announced over the last couple days or so. A lot of updates on games that we knew that were coming, including Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And there are a couple notable things here, and we don't have to spend a whole lot of time on this, but the first one is that Call of Duty Black Ops 6 will be 300 gigabytes. 300.
That's insane.
If you've got an Xbox Series S, that's like almost the entire fucking hard drive.
It seriously is.
Because it's only 500 gigs. I think even the default PlayStation, not the newer ones, because the new ones have over a terabyte, but the launch ones were only like 800 gigs, I think. They weren't even a full... Like, that's massive.
I was upset about like a 70 gig game on my hard drive on my PC. 300 gigs, that's 4 times the size.
That's lazy. What? That's lazy on their part for doing that.
Do you remember when games in the 90s were 32 megs?
Yeah,
like 32. Like that was a selling point. This game is 32 megs. Like Super Metroid was 32 megabytes. Or megabytes, and
64 bits.
Yeah, it was all the bits. Des, do you remember being caught up in that back in the day? The this had 4 megs. It was 8 megs. Do you remember seeing that back in the day?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's just so crazy that we have like technology has gotten so advanced, but yet look at like what we're looking at. So much of stuff just looks like crap.
Well, Mortal Kombat would like to have a word with you.
Just think about how many games you'll have to uninstall just to play this one game if you don't have enough space. That's intense.
Yeah, that is crazy. Am I delayed now, Blabs, by the way?
You might be a couple seconds.
Okay. Oh, a couple seconds. That's the worst. One other thing that they added with Black Ops is they're updating the movement. Now, the sprint in Call of Duty has always been a really important part, of the game. You hold down your thumbstick to run in that game. Apparently, now in Black Ops 6, you can. I don't know. I can't even believe I'm going to say this. You can sprint backwards, you can sprint to your right and sprint to your left. So,
Really?
yes, so you can sprint the entire way. You probably started about 15 seconds in Blabs. It talks about the sprint and the movement of the game here. And if everything's a sprint, then is nothing a sprint?
So now instead of dying every 3 seconds, I'll die every 1 second. Every 2.5 seconds.
Right.
Don't you think they would put some? Does your character get tired, or like are you always able to sprint?
No, there's a limit. I haven't played any of the new ones. It's been a while, but I'm pretty sure you can only sprint for a minute. I didn't make the chat will correct it, I'm sure, but I'm just so over this shit. Call of groomers now. Like there's shit with all this stuff that they've been doing. I'm not playing that.
That's exactly how I feel. It's like I loved Call of Duty. I played a lot of Call of Duty back in the day, and it sucks because no matter what they put out now, I'm like, I'm not playing it. Doesn't matter how cool it looks. Doesn't matter how the cool features. If you can sprint for 2 minutes, I don't care. I don't want to play it. They lost me.
I'd rather play like Apex or Finals or something.
Yeah. Well, anyways, that was the big update. You can now run in all directions, which once again doesn't make any sense at all. The idea that you can run the same speed going backwards as you can forward and run the same speed going to your left and right as you can going forward doesn't make any sense at all. But video games, and I appreciate that aspect of it. Whatever. So. Okay, some other games that I think some old heads like myself were very interested in. There was some other announcements. Do you guys see the announcement for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Rita's Rewind? You guys Power Rangers fans from back in the day?
Yeah, I love Power Rangers.
Did you see this announcement?
I'm old enough to like Power Rangers, but I didn't. I was a little too sophisticated. I was a little snotty girl that didn't want to watch any boy shows around that time.
Go. I love that you can acknowledge your snottiness.
I had a stick up my butt for sure.
But yeah, it looks
some of the fans are annoyed though because they're once again. Well, so this is the Mighty Morphin team, and people want other parts of the franchise to get some highlight. Now, I'm okay with this because this is what I liked, so I'm gonna probably check this out. I hope it's good because if it's like that Shredder's Revenge game or Street Fighter 4 or Streets of Rage 4, like those were solid games. So I'm good with some fun beat 'em ups. I like that first person boxing match they're doing with the Zords. I think that's cool. Right.
And even in that gameplay trailer, there's probably 4 different play styles. It's more than just a beat 'em up. There was multiple types of gameplay that was happening in there, which it's pretty cool. And I think from I'm not a huge Mighty Morphin Power Rangers fan at all, but
I could break that trailer down. I could do a whole video on it if I wanted.
You should.
There's all kinds of things going on in it. They have Robo Rita from the Netflix movie, so it looks like she goes back in time.
Well, another game that was also announced in the classic pixel art was a new G.I. Joe game, which I don't know if you guys saw this one as well.
I know Jeremy's excited.
I'm sure he's beyond excited for this. So 4 players, local and online. That's pretty cool. Local co-op here. So yeah, looks very classic arcade style. Hell, man, if you're into that, let's go. G.I. Joe arcade beat 'em up. Wrath of the Cobra. Oh, and the demo's available now. Ooh, maybe we check that out over on the Plays channel.
On Steam. Hold on a second. I'm gonna download that right now.
Yeah, check that out right there. So. Des, I can't imagine if you weren't a big fan of the Power Rangers show, you were a big fan of the G.I. Joe either.
No, it was My Little Ponies and Care Bears for me.
Hey,
She-Ra. I did like She-Ra too.
There you go.
Did you like the new lesbian She-Ra?
No, I was not a fan. Not a fan.
I had to ask.
Did you play any Doom? Because Doom was the big winner this weekend.
I saw the trailer for Doom. Looks really cool. No, I played the 007, but I never played Doom.
Well, they're announcing Doom: The Dark Ages, and I got to be honest, this was like gamer boners all over the place, man. People were excited.
This was my number 1 pick.
Yeah. This is awesome stuff. Just the idea of what's happening here. The idea of taking Doom Guy and putting him back into kind of that, you know, the Dark Ages, whatever it may be. You know, with a big old, look at that big old freaking whatever that is, woolly mammoth, whatever that, I don't even know what you call that, but look, really cool design. And I love the idea of taking this type of these type of over the top weaponry and putting them against. I love
that gun.
Oh god, that's great. I mean, this is what Doom is. This is exactly what Doom should be. You know, just run and gun destruction here, which is great.
It's got to be so hard to screw this up. Like, all you need to, this is what I want in a Doom game now. Heavy metal, crazy guns, and just fun nonstop action. That's it.
Yes.
That's all I want.
Yes. Like, he just burst through that guy with his chainsaw shield. Like, hey, what if we made a chainsaw shield? Yep, I'm all about it. Sounds good. What if we flew on a giant dinosaur-looking thing to get around? Sounds great. Love it.
Hell yeah.
Just spectacular stuff. Spectacular.
Man, that first
yeah,
Doom.
Exactly.
That new Doom, the first one Bethesda did, that soundtrack, man, is so good.
Yeah, definitely one of the better ones of the last decade or so. You're right. It was all just metal and going hard. That's if you could describe Doom in 2 words, it's going hard. I think that's the best way to describe it for sure. Speaking of going hard, I need to stop down the show for a second and let you know that Kratos El Greatos Blabs has come in with a hard $111.11 says, I am the big pickle, and so can you. There wasn't enough time to chat with you and everyone else at the meetup, but I'm glad I got to finally meet a few more normal men, and such as Lord J, Remdog, and Spirian. That's right. Lots of great normal men there. Kratos, thank you so much for your outstanding support. By the way, Blabs, I don't know if you saw all the tweets this weekend from Kratos about
the bucket hats. Yeah, I saw them. Well, that was awesome. So it's bucket hat galore.
Did you know that he had a hard time giving them away?
No, I didn't know that.
He was like, "Do you want this bucket hat?" And they're like, "No, I don't want the bucket hat." They're like, "It's free though."
Make bucket hats great again.
Look at this, Blabs. We're bringing them back. We're bringing them back, Blabs.
I am. Maybe not the rest of the world.
Oh, that's awesome. Anyways, it's okay, Blabs. It's okay. All right, one other fun thing over on X that happened over at the Xbox press conference over the weekend was Sarah Bond over on. She is the Xbox president over here, and she went in and had this conversation about how Xbox is committed to game preservation. We are committed to this. We're going to make this happen. And then immediately proceeded to announce an all-digital Xbox Series X, which seems kind of counterproductive to the original message here. Let's go and see what she had to say.
We're introducing a new all-digital Series X and expanding color and storage options across the Series X and S lineup. They'll be coming to select markets this holiday. These new X and S consoles, alongside the many other devices in our Xbox gaming family, offer you more choices. It's our mission to make Xbox the best place for you to play by including the titles from our own studios and Game Pass at launch, by bringing your games in.
I'm sorry, while I was watching this, one thing that's actually really hard to realize, she's on. When you look at how much she's rotated here, look at the rotation from where this camera is, where the camera starts and moves. She's on something that's rotating. Her around. Yes, like watch how much she rotates. I can't not see this.
Other devices in our Xbox gaming family offer you more choices. It's
dynamic.
Xbox, the best place.
Right.
For you.
Anyway,
that's gotta be embarrassing to just film and like as you're slowly rotating, you're just talking, following a camera. Like I don't know. I feel like that's a bit weird, uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, she's on a turntable. That's right.
Yeah, I can't handle that stuff anymore.
just rotating over 90 degrees. Can you imagine if we had a camera here and the entire show we were rotating like this the entire time?
That'd be so weird. Nuh-uh.
Oh my gosh. All right. Anyways, good on Xbox for the game preservation, then immediately announcing an all digital Xbox. Good for you. All right.
Before we move on, though, since we're on Xbox, I figured I'd just pull this up real fast because these were all the announcements from the Xbox showcase. So obviously we've Indiana Jones, Doom. So any of these games you guys are particularly interested in?
Yeah,
besides
E-Day.
the ones we just mentioned.
E-Day, Metal Gear Solid, Snake Eater, Doom. That's it. Yeah, those three.
Hang on,
maybe Indiana Jones. That might be okay. We'll see.
What do they mean by Sea of Thieves? Does that just mean the like a new Sea of Thieves, or like is that like an update?
Season 14.
Oh, okay. I thought they were like making like a sequel. I was like, what? Where have I been? But yeah, it's just an update. Okay.
So this is a meme that was being passed around, kind of talking about the difference between the Xbox Game Showcase and the PlayStation one from a couple days ago. And this has that Vanessa Carlton song in it. That so just hear that in your head as we're watching that because I got to mute it. But this is people's reaction. This is Xbox versus PlayStation here. He's over here dancing, having a good time. He looks over.
I can hear the COD music too.
Yeah. Great stuff. Kind of showcases the difference between the two presentations. So
I hope E-Day is really good. I was a huge game of Gears of War fan. Did not like that last one, but this one, we got Dom back. This could be good if they don't fuck it up.
Well, I mean, that's the beauty of it. It's a prequel. You can see them when they're young, how they got to be so hard and grizzled.
Watch a big black lesbian cog is Marcus's inspiration.
Out of nowhere,
saves him in the end.
That's right. It's this giant. The enemies like they spawn and they're like, "Hold on, I'm coming. I'm pronouns they them." Before they attack, let's get them. That's gendered language. Stop it.
I wouldn't be the soldier if it wasn't for them.
All right, let's go on to another really interesting thing that happened over the weekend. And Des, man, I'm gonna throw you a softball and let you hit a grand slam here. Okay, we're talking about this Perfect Dark remake, and on the surface, people are like, Perfect Dark, yeah, Joanna Dark, yeah, that's the best. And I'll tell you what, this has been interesting to see because you did not play Perfect Dark back in the day, did you, Des?
I did not.
Okay, let me tell you this is what Joanna Dark looked like 20 years ago. This is what she looked like. Oh, right. Really kind of like, definitely sexy. Got the red hair over the eye thing going on. This is like a very, I'd say this is the look at the time.
Some side boob. Don't neglect the side boob there.
It's a good point, Flash. Good point. And this is what she looks like in the remake. With the big meaty chin. Everything. Des,
looks like she's about to go return some GameStop games.
Looks like she's about to go yell at the manager at GameStop. That's what she looks like. That's what she looks like. She looks like a Karen for sure. We have seen a defeminization of women characters in video games over the last few years. Des, you are a woman. Don't want to assume anything, Des, right?
Well spotted, Craig.
I would love to hear your thoughts on kind of the defeminization of female characters and why, and just your overall thoughts. Go ahead.
This whole feminism movement has just been so weird because it's so anti-women. It's so anti-women. I mean, the character that you showed me from when did it come out originally?
20 years ago, 19 years ago.
Oh my gosh, 20 years ago. She looks feminine, and it's like this chin that is just like this giant chin that's so prevalent now. It's so weird. It's like in all of these characters. I just don't get it. I literally don't understand it. It is anti-woman. That's what society is actually trying to diminish women. And it's just so crazy to see women get behind destroying their, their sexuality. It's insane to me. And it's so sad and it makes me angry. And it's, people say like that we're making a big deal of this, but if you see the larger picture, it's not at all. But I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm not shocked at all to see the before and the after. I mean, that's just par for the course now.
Well, in addition to Joanna Dark, we also saw several other strong independent women that were featured in the Xbox Game Showcase. Would you like to see some of the other women that were featured there, Des?
Yeah, let's see them.
Well, here's Joanna Dark. Here's another strong independent woman.
Wow.
You sure that's not like a really ugly Samuel L. Jackson mixed in with Digimon?
Blabs, I'm not sure of anything. All right. Okay. Ever. Anymore, ever. There's a strong independent woman. Right. And here's another, like, nothing's just fun, like, yeah, just yelling at you. So
move over, Rose Tico.
That's right. Well, by the way, breaking news, we do have Joanna Dark joining us here. Oh, there she is right there on the side of the screen. The Chad meme over there has a better chin. But this has been a common theme over the last, like I said, several years. And before the show, Blabs has put together a top 5 defeminized ladies. Blabs, would you like to run us through your top 5 defeminized ladies?
So, I mean, I don't know. I think maybe I could change the order, but top 5, we'll just say. So the first one, the chick from Fable.
Yeah, it's well established.
She's awful. But, we also have MJ from Spidey 2. She just looks absolutely horrific. We also have, what's her face's name? Aloy, I think her name is, from Horizon.
Uh-huh.
She's pretty, I have to give Ellie some shout out, Ellie, because she doesn't look very good either anymore.
Well, and then, I think they were going after the real life.
No, but like even like Ellie. Oh, maybe they were. But yeah, that's pretty bad too. And lastly, we have to give a notable shout out to the upcoming Star Wars Outlaws video game.
They really nailed it.
Got him.
On fire right there. It's great stuff. Good for them. Anyways, Des, do you see this happening in other media forms and outside the video game space? I'm trying to think of, just like this idea of making, like back in the day, we'd say a woman who had manly characteristics. You'd say they were butch. That's a butch or maybe a tomboy, right? Somebody who likes sport. But now I feel like this is just a reoccurring theme across media as a whole. As a Blabs, for you as well, like, do you feel like it's important for women to have natural curves and be represented with beauty, or do you like the direction of
nobody likes ugly characters on their screen? Right. Nobody. And the ones that do are just the ones that, because they're so ugly themselves, that they need to feel seen. And like, I don't even understand how they want this on their screens, but like, that's actually beautiful. You just have really high standards. It's like, so women can't have curves anymore. They can't have a jawline anymore. It has to be like a box from Minecraft as a face. Nah, I think it's stupid. Yeah.
I mean, the whole point of playing video games is escapism, I just think it's really weird when people want to, like, let's say you are a girl that is, let's say, really overweight or something. Like, I don't understand this, like, having to make a character, like, I need to see myself exactly in the character in order to relate, or I don't know. It's bizarre to me. Like, I mean, granted, I played Fable 2 and I slept in a house and I became ugly for the rest of the game. And I was pissed. I didn't want to play the game anymore. So like, I mean, I want to be able to, I want to play a character that looks good. I mean, I don't really understand this. Like, why would you want, and I wouldn't care so much if you had a whole bunch of customizations and if you wanted to make your person look ugly, fine. But like, can we have some pretty options too? It's bizarre. But yeah, it says to answer your question earlier, do you see it elsewhere? I mean, I do see it elsewhere just in society. I mean, I have teenagers and I go pick them up from high school and I'm like, what are these girls wearing now? Like, I feel like such an old person saying that, but it is like the fashion is terrible. It's so terrible. And I don't understand it. I mean, and the thing that is, it's like, it's hard to like find something in the middle. It's either you find girls that wear like next to nothing, or you find like wearing like sacks or something, you know, it's just like, where is the happy medium now? But that's the question that's for everything, you know. It's hard to find happy mediums in anything these days, I think.
I think if they had gone in and given you the option of like either or character, like you could play as a really ugly chick or a really hot chick, but at least both options are there for whoever wants to play it, then whatever. But I also think too, what Des is saying about the girls in schools, I think it's because the parents are absent and have no time to actually parent their kids anymore. And so that's why these girls are just walking around half-ass naked.
That's a lot of
that's
people.
what society expects.
It's a lot of people because everyone has to work so much now.
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what they wanted.
You know what I was thinking earlier when you talked about the they them on Quidditch too being the first thing? If you're a they them, I would think that you'd want to just create a guy profile and a girl profile and like have two, right?
Well, here's the thing about that game also. They literally say witches and wizards. They categorize it witches and wizards. So it's like, well, you can't really be a they them if you're a witch or a wizard.
Right. Right.
So, I don't know, just the hypocrisy is outstanding. It's like, what are you guys doing?
Well, it's just like not even like the hypocrisy. I'm trying to get the mind of people who feel that way. And I feel like if I felt like I was a girl one day and a guy another day, then I would probably just want to create two different profiles and live out a wizard journey and a witch journey. Like, I mean, what is the they them? Like, what is the benefit? And I literally don't get it. I just don't understand it. Maybe I'm just dumb. I don't know, but it doesn't make sense.
Speaking of the Fable 4 girl, you had her in your list, Blabs?
Yeah.
Now, they did update her a little bit initially. So this is what she looks like now, by the way. So
I don't really see a huge improvement.
It's a small improvement, but it's not good enough.
Got some big old bushy eyebrows. That's something I would know about.
Still looks like a trans woman.
Yeah, I don't really give a crap about the eyebrows. Many women have really big, thick eyebrows. It's more like just like her whole look, her face, and everything. It's not feminine whatsoever.
Yeah, it still looks trans.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of not feminine whatsoever, let's go and move on to our next story here, and let's go to our favorite Kotaku blogger, Alyssa Mercante. We have not talked about her in a little bit. It's been probably well over a month. I know Smash has kind of gone back and forth with Alyssa, and for the record, Alyssa was invited on the show when all this nonsense started, and she said no. And but she has a message for everybody. This weekend there was a big, the big stuff going on, and she went over to Giant Bomb, who is a shell of its former self, to speak to everybody, and she has a message. Flash, have you seen this yet?
I have not. I'm anxious to see what she's up to now.
All right. Well, here we are. Let's go check out Alyssa
so
Mercante.
awful there.
If you don't know, this is her right here. Okay. So let's go see what Alyssa Mercante has to say.
You know what I want? What you really, really want? I want people in the industry to be a little bit louder about people being mean to other people.
Protect me.
Good thing.
Yeah.
Maybe say, we don't want you around if you're going to be a cunt.
Yeah.
And hateful. And that the games industry is diverse naturally. Not because anyone's making them be diverse. Because the world is diverse, you stupid motherfucker.
Get him,
and if you have a problem with that.
That's right. This does have very much get him Frosk, doesn't it? It definitely does. This will be looked on.
Talk to him.
That's right. Here we go. We'll finish up what she has to say here.
Come fight me.
Yeah. Look at that face. Look at that smug face. My God.
Why does she look like Elton John?
Oh, we'll get to
I
that.
wish the industry would get rid of her. and all these motherfuckers around him, Kotaku, all these pieces of shit in the gaming media. Get rid of them all. It would make gaming such a better place if Kotaku, IGN, The Gamer, all those websites went out of business.
Well, she continues because she's not happy, and she's gonna put up her shut up here.
If you have a problem with that, come fight me physically, bitch.
Has anyone taken you up on that yet?
No, they're all pussies.
Yep.
Okay, so there we are. She wants to literally fight. Listen, I'm gonna say this right now. Alyssa, I know your desire to look like a 12-year-old boy. That's fine. That doesn't mean you need to act like a 12-year-old boy. 12-year-old boys fight because they're fucking immature, right? You won't even come on our show to have a conversation, but you want to throw gloves, throw fist? What? Does that make any sense to anybody at all? No, of course not. How about you grow up? You're the problem with the video game industry.
Yes.
Just running around yelling at everybody, being upset. Talk about these people being rage baiters. And at the end of the day, you are making yourself the story. If you truly are a journalist, you need to take a step back and not be the story for once. But you love it. You love the limelight. You love showing off your ass. You know, that's fine. But stop acting like a 12-year-old boy. You want to look like a 12-year-old boy? Go ahead.
She's getting close.
I'm really confused. Is she wanting to be the victim or is she wanting to fight? Because she loves to play the victim on Twitter and claim that people are harassing her and coming after her. But then she's always, you know, she just keeps poking people. She wants the reactions
She's
because at the end of the day, no, I know she is. I know she is. It's so
Once
obvious.
a whore, always a whore.
Well, we were drawing comparisons about
and
what
she is a whore.
Well,
literally,
I mean,
she fucking is a cam girl.
This was her. Some comparisons we have to her look, obviously from Starsky and Hutch. Do it. I think
oh, that's great. Oh, that's amazing. Can we get her head photoshopped on Ben Stiller's?
That's funny.
Come on, memers.
I do have to say, glasses really remind me of like.
Lay it out right here. Do it.
Sorry, that's Alyssa Mercante. What? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just saying her glasses really remind me of Elton John because he always wears those type of shades with the tinted lenses and stuff. It's just Elton John.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm not all about, you know, like look, if the fighting aspect of this thing is amazing, right? You have a grown woman who's like, I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you. Like, how about you grow up a little bit, right? How about you like? That's probably the issue is that you have a, you know,
you should fight her.
Me?
Yeah,
I'm not gonna fight her.
Event like one of those Keemstar boxing things.
Listen, I'm 6'4", 225 pounds.
Well, that's why it would be fun to watch.
It would not. I would feel so guilty punching her face in. Because here's the thing,
It'd only take one.
I know. I'm not doing that. There's no way I'd do that. But I'd be curious if there are any other women out there, or they thems, or trans women who would be interested in taking her up on this. You know, you wonder what happens if somebody's like, let's fucking go, let's go. Because the idea of a dude like that's a no-win situation. I have no interest in that. Like I have no interest in fighting anybody ever. Like why would I want to fight anybody? Like I'm not 12 years old.
In a sanctioned boxing ring. And
well, you know, Blabs, you brought up a really great point as far as the fight goes. Maybe we should ask Gina Carano if she has any interest in restoring faith in the video game community. Just saying.
Alyssa wouldn't even rock up to that one. She'd be like running out the door. You just see like a bunch of dust from her running. Yeah, no.
I would love to see Gina beat the shit out of her.
I'd love to see. Well, I mean, honestly, I'd feel very sad to watch.
You know what
it.
I'd be down for? I would like to see Boogie versus Mercante in a ring.
She might win that one though.
Exactly. I think it's a fair fight.
You saw how tired he got when he fought Wings. I mean, he was tired after like the first two swings. He didn't train at all.
I'm curious if anybody. This is one of those things where, like, I don't know, man. Like, I think that if Keemstar was to take this up, I think there's a pull there. I think there's an audience that would watch this fight if there was a female game journalist who is tired of this shit. Maybe I don't want to volunteer, but maybe Kay from Melee Games, just throwing it out there.
Yes, I would pay to see Kay just.
It'd be pretty good stuff. Hey, Des, you ever been in a fight before?
No. I mean, if you count like fighting my sisters when I was like, 7 years old. No, not been in a fight. Right.
Well, maybe we'll reach out to Kay to see if she has any interest in getting in a fight, because I don't do that nonsense. That's silly. I'm a grown-ass adult, right?
But you want another grown-ass adult doing it.
No, but that doesn't mean I want to watch it.
I think unless it's somebody with a sizable audience, she wouldn't do it.
Exactly.
She's looking. This is why she's always going after Melanie Mack.
Exactly.
Like, she was constantly trying to get Melanie's attention, telling her to fight her and create her clash and stuff. Like, she only wants somebody that can elevate her. Because that's all she's looking for at the end of the day is some clout and lots of attention.
Oh, she's got nothing. That's what people like her do when they have nothing left. Is she's just throwing all these Hail Marys, trying to get someone to bite and to give her some kind of relevance. And the best thing, honestly, we could do is really just ignore her until she, disappears.
It's so
hard. Look, you got to show that Starsky and Hutch. That's great.
Right.
I understand.
It's crazy. Just the sheer arrogance that she has. And by the way, I don't know who this guy is behind her, but he kind of needs to be punched too. I'm just gonna by somebody or slapped or something. Maybe Will Smith can show up. But just the sheer arrogance in her face is just like, oh my God, she thinks she's got the world by the balls, and it's nuts.
She's ridiculous. She's ridiculous.
She's a parody. That's the reality of it is that subset of people are a parody of the video game industry. They are the extreme, the insanity that is, and exactly why. I've talked about this before. We're doing Take Games Back. And Smash JT's realization of just how insane these people are is and how deep it goes. So there it is. They are absolute clowns. And I think that if the boxing match was to happen, she would have to enter with that cloud music the entire time. That's the way it goes. All right. So Blabs, you said we have some memes today.
We do actually. I'm happy about this. All right, let me pull them right up. Okay, so the first one, Craig, come out to play, says Des. Oh crap, she's here.
Oh no.
So apparently this is Des reenacting the weekend.
Oh no.
We also have, I'm taking your hat, bro, Chacho. I'm gonna have to slap a bitch, says Craig. We also have Mercenary showing off his pride right here. Look at that, the hat.
He's got some bucket hats.
Mm-hmm. So that's awesome. And then we have Joe Biden saying I pooped my pants as dark. And then we got, wait a minute. Looks like Biff a little bit. I can actually see it. It does kind of like Biff a little bit.
It does kind of look like Biff.
Yep.
Wow.
So there you go. There are our memes for today.
And Jackofish came in with one more real quick at the end.
Yep. Got it right here. Oh, you got it. Never mind. Well, I have it.
Here
you go, Flash.
That's great.
Thank you.
It actually works really well.
It really does.
So what's amazing is I don't even usually when I post on X, I just post and I ghost. I post and then I mute it so I don't get any of the responses. So I'll be interested to see if because I posted speaking of Mercante, I have a hard time thinking she's going to fight anybody when she won't even have a conversation, right? If you're not even going to have a conversation, why would you want to throw gloves, So anyways, we got a lot of support today, guys. Thank you very much for that. I would like to remind you guys at the end of the show, I'm going to raise the price back up on our Pride merch. You can pick that up right now. The link is in the description. Right now, it's $25. I'm going to put it back up to 30. I put it down to 25 over the weekend because I want to make sure you have one. You can have it for July 4th. So go pick one up. Link is in the description down below. The American Pride t-shirt. And while you're at it, you can pick up my kiddo shirt as well, the Let Us Skateboard t-shirt, as well as any other of the Side Scrollers merch. So, Blabs, why don't you read off some super chats for us really quick? And you're muted.
I'm Boomer. Hi. Sorry. Suffer So Proud says, Hola, brochachos. Wish I could give more support. Just lost my job and I'm trying to get back on my feet. Pray for me, please. Love you guys and Desiree. Well, I really hope you get back on your feet. And don't send any more super chats. Take care of yourself.
Yes, you take care of yourself, buddy. And 100% you do you. You're going to go get it. I promise. You may have lost your job. It'll be a good opportunity for you. I promise you that.
Lizard of Linux Lane says protagonist of new Perfect Dark game equals John Dark.
That's right.
Sass says Blabs, you didn't shake the boobs for Snapples 100. That's true. Okay, we'll get to it at the end. I'm sorry. It's right. We'll get that one. Okay, Peter says Ubisoft Forward to Oblivion. Yeah, because Ubisoft Forward is in like an hour. Mark of Reality says loves Flash's take on you, Ubisoft.
Is it Ubisoft or Ubisoft?
Everyone says it both.
I think it's Ubisoft.
Mm-hmm.
With a
Peter
U.
says broccoli haircuts are the new man bun.
Broccoli haircuts.
That's an awful way of describing a haircut. Anyway, JM says that slap may save him from a punch in the future.
Oh, you're 100% true about that guy. Just getting slapped. Yeah,
he got off light.
Yeah, I agree.
Aaron says, I'm really enjoying this episode of Slap Scrollers. Thank you, Aaron.
Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate it.
Neon says, just rewatched Rush Hour the other night. I forgot how badass practical effects and actors doing their own stunts was. Jackie Chan is still my fave. Yeah. Those are the days. I mean, everyone even was saying it too. Like, practical effects are just so great. And even, like, if you look at the new Star Wars Acolyte, like, the CGI is just shit. But if, like, the prequels were using CGI and practical effects, and it just looked better then for, like, the same characters or same aliens. Anyway, thanks for that one. Mastagawa says, the slap was so pathetic that Chris Rock proved himself the better man and probably took Jada home to show Will how the slap is done in their home movie. Thank you for that. Power Keg Greg, member for 4 months, says, great seeing you on Saturday, Craig. Is that the only shirt you have? I understand. We're just normal men. Do you just rewear the same shirt every day?
I have a regular rotation like most men do, you know.
Do you really? Do you only own like 7 shirts?
No, I have mini shirts, but some go in and out of the rotation. Yeah, I probably have a rotation of 8 to 10 shirts. So yes, those are my regular shirts. Speaking of, I got to move them from the laundry. So
they don't last long because they always shrink a little bit. Like I'm tall, so you know you wash them enough, they end up looking like belly shirts.
Crop top,
children's
yellow
section, you gotta throw them out. I wear them till they get short enough.
There you go. Dwight Powers says, most of the Xbox reveals looked trashed yesterday, but I'm cautiously optimistic for the Gears of War prequel. Hopefully it's a return to its roots. Jennifer says, great meeting you in person, Craig, at Rippaverse. You're a lot taller than I expected. LOL, missed you, Blabs. Hope to see y'all next event. Love y'all. Thank you very much, Jennifer. I feel like she was doing the opposite of the Star Wars quote. You're a lot taller than I expected.
No, I get that a lot. Jennifer, great to see you.
Darth Tigor says, Craig, it was great meeting you in Dallas. I sent my contact info as requested. Blabs, the pizza driver in Stranger Things Season 4 says, brochacha. Clip it. Oh. I haven't watched Stranger Things in 2 years or something like that. So yeah, it's been a while. Dwight Powers says, wonder if the COD file size is a scam to get people buying external drives for their Xboxes. Yeah. It's a marketing tactic. Mastagawa says, if Will Smith knew how to slap a hoe, Jada wouldn't be cucking him. I hate that part. A pimp named Slickback could fix them. Chris Rock is now player 3 in their bedroom.
Gross.
John Kanji, member for 13 months. Happy to meet you at the meetup. Craig, wish I could have stayed longer, but being in Dallas Fan Expo all day prior really tired me out.
Yep, met a lot of great normal men. It was great, including John.
Quagmire's in the chat. First super chat, side scrollers love getting more Flash. 6-minute vids and Flashcast aren't enough. Blabs, you're awesome. Craig, you're a normal man. Thank you
Thanks,
very much,
Quagmire. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Angela says, hey all, it was great to meet Craig at the meetup this past weekend. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me. It was a great moment, and I hope you told Blabs I love her. She's great. Aw, thank you, Angela. No, he didn't tell me shit, actually.
Hey, Blabs.
Yeah.
Blabs. Angela loves you.
Way to let me know after the super chat. Thanks, man.
I mean, I didn't say when.
He was going to tell me next year, actually. By the way, Rob on Wheels for £5 says, I just want to thank you, Craig, for how much, unlike a lot of streamers, you truly care about this community.
Well, Rob, I have a track record of 20 years of building communities, and I've cared about every single one. It's you guys allow us to do this stuff, so why would I not? Thank you very much, Rob. Appreciate it.
I am Icarus says that perfect dark dude is handsome. Well, like I said before, I wish I still had the meme up, but like Extra Zero memed Mazza's face on it, Yellow Flash, and it looks like Mazza, so it's perfect. Jacob Foxfire says SpongeBob was less square than some of these female characters. Lance says the boss got that DEI woman face too. Timio says play Here Comes the Crimson Chin theme every time AAA women appear. Thank you, Dimio. Or Dimio.
Thanks, Dimio.
Jacob comes back and says, also, what's up with these studios not optimizing their games? You have 3 games and they take up all your memory. Meanwhile, Nintendo must be a wizard to keep their games down to 10.
And that's something that should be talked about, is Nintendo's ability just to make sure a game as large as the new Zelda can fit on a little cartridge like that. It's pretty amazing.
Inspector says, hi, Flash and Side Scrollers. Have you guys seen the Adobe drama? I use CapCut for creating gaming videos as an alternative. Yes, we talked about it on the show Friday or Thursday. Yes.
Yeah.
Check the timestamps of the shows.
And I have canceled my Adobe membership. I'm a big fan of speaking with your wallet. So yes, I need to find a solution for Premiere. So for Illustrator. So if anybody has any alternatives to Illustrator, please let me know.
All right. Bullet Shepherd says current day Joanna Dark looks like she inherited Lesbie's headlamp square box chin.
Thanks, Bullet.
Thank you for that. The Highland Juggalo says, if there's something I miss about Perfect Dark, it's the idea that your objectives change based on difficulty with no health pickups. It's a unique subgenre that needs to come back. Gauntlet shooters? Thank you very much.
Interesting idea. Yeah, for sure. Thanks, Highland Juggalo.
Nathaniel says, I have a beautiful wife and 4 kids. I don't need hot characters for satisfaction, unlike what some clowns would say. But for the love of Pete, at least make them feminine. Why is that too much to ask? Because
there you go. Bingo.
Man.
Nobody's asking them to be like super hot. Just don't make them look like dudes. Okay?
Yellow Flash is like, I want boobs and I want them now.
Speak for yourself.
Flash is asking them for them to be super hot. But most of us, outside of Flash, just want them to not look like dudes. That's all.
Well, and our characters that have been around for decades, like, keep their same look. You know, if they started out as hot, then why not keep them still hot? If it's
I see life every day. Can I just have super hot people in general in video games? I just want to see everyone to be good.
Just make them all hot.
That's right.
Give them all abs. Give them all the abs.
It needs to be like it is in Last Action Hero.
Right. Dude, let's go. It's good stuff. All right, let's keep going, Blabs.
I feel like Yellow Flash is going to go play that volleyball video game now. The Beach Babes, whatever it's called.
Yeah, DOA.
It's what is it? Dead or Alive volleyball, right?
Yep.
I've never played that, by the way.
Well, Yellow Flash going to play it this week, it sounds like.
I might need to.
Aaron says, Alyssa says fight me, but if you do, then you are a bully. 100%.
Bingo.
Aiden says, I agree with Flash. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Market Reality. Yeah, what are you doing there, Craig? Anyway, Market Reality says, don't forget my idea earlier. Hire Gina Carano to fight Alyssa Mercante in professional capacity. Yeah. I think we wouldn't be able to afford Gina, though. Lord J says, stop literally threatening my life online, but also come fight me physically. Yeah, you're not wrong. Lance says, you know what they say, if her nose has a ring, don't let her near your thing, and also tie her to a post. Because
It's good advice, actually, to live by here.
Torger the White says, imagine being a Mercante cam girl customer. Ugh, yeah. No talent. Crazy T says, she wouldn't stand a chance, old scary self. Correct. Hypnotic in Rapture says, Mercante and challenged the quarter and backed down, blocked him like a little snowflake after he would fight her. The clown has no spine, all words. Yeah. And I feel like part of it is we shouldn't even really talk about her anymore. Like after today, just like move on and ignore her. Don't give her any more power, I guess.
I haven't in a while, but like she just does like this, like see, she got attention, and she got it, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago when she took down Smash JT's website, or she at least helped with it, right? Didn't she?
Yeah. I'm
glad he got that back.
Yeah. I'm Dirkus says, Flash Des are correct, just ignore Alyssa. Yep, correct. Anonymous Gamer says, 300 gigabytes? I'm not saying they're lazy, but yeah, it's ridiculous. Celluloid Dream says, Craig, I beat your ass in Street Fighter 2 Turbo, bro. I think Craig wants to do laundry. Jub says, you can tell a fake gamer when they're trying to start a real fight instead of challenging you to a PvP in a game of your choice.
That's a fair point, actually.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Master Gala
says, or if I can add, she's a journalist too, and it's very interesting how sometimes people make good points on Twitter with their words, and then what does she do? She just blocks them. So she's a journalist, so why isn't she fighting back with good logic and good words? That's her wheelhouse, right?
Yeah.
And then so she just goes on block. Or she calls you a pick me. She called me a pick me, and she wouldn't engage anymore. Thing like, okay, I'm a pick me, whatever.
Well, that's the thing. As a journalist, your biggest weapon should be the pen, right?
Yeah.
And the problem is that she's not a journalist; she's a blogger, right? That's what all these people are. They're bloggers. Anybody can be a blogger. Not everybody can be a journalist.
Master Gawa says, feminism is merely about transforming women into inferior, lesser men through gayness. They seek to be blown up by stronger actual men. Thank you, Master Gawa. And James says, they're trying to get Smash fired from his day job.
Really?
Yeah.
The internet's funky.
I mean, okay, if that's not like obsessed much, like, okay. Let's go. With that said, Smash is trying to shut down Kotaku, so there's that. But it's well on their way.
Noble cause.
Yes. Over on Rumble, Siver says, "Hey Flash, did you see that Pogo also has a Trump song too, besides the Data and Picard song?"
I did. Maybe we'll rotate it in here for the election year, but that Data and Picard song is just too good.
It's awesome. General Duality says, it was great meeting you, Craig. The meetup was fun. Hopefully Blabs can get out of her tower tard for the next one. I like my American pride. Sure, let's go. Once again, last chance to pick those up, guys. They're going to go back up in price here at the end of the show. Dude says, Blabs, Craig is the #1 brochacho. You are the #1 brochacha.
Can't that just be both?
Okay. Shaker says, very selfish of you, Blabs. Just saying.
You didn't even like the word. You thought it was stupid. You were all like, that's so dumb. I've never heard about it. We're not making brochacho with
Shaker came in and says, if there's anything I learned in my life, you never, ever mess with someone's hat. That's right, Shaker. Matt came in with the 5, says, Bad Boys 4 was good. The best part was similar to John Wick 4 with the Dragon's Breath scene. Where they view the fight scenes through security cameras. Oh, okay, nice, cool. Looking forward to checking it out. Jared says, are there any games that showed over the weekend you guys are looking forward to? Also, if they change a character in Eve in the Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater remake, it won't be as good as the original. Yeah, we kind of talked about those today. The games that we're intrigued by for sure. But thanks, Jared. Dude says there's a My Little Pony like fighting game called Them Fightin' Herds. That's interesting.
Really?
All right, let's go. Ree came in, says the sad part about Duke Nukem Forever is that there was an early build leaked a year or two ago from 2001, and it played how gamers expected. If they had continued on that course, they would have been a smash hit. Thanks, Ree. Silver came back, says, is she roasting or is the background moving? Oh, is she rotating? Sorry. Yeah, I think that she was rotating in the background. The background was stationary. Speaking of the Xbox gamer head lady. Das Pooch says, the most intellectually offensive aspect to people like Mercante is they act like they brought diversity to gaming culture when it was welcoming to everyone since the Atari 2600 days. Makes me fume. Right. 100%. And let's, once again, I just really think it's important to point out that this is a group full of white people over here talking about diversity, right? Like all the people on the couch, these are like the whitest people you can be right here, which is crazy. And as our boy Salty Cracker came in and says, the ugly lesbians are always the angriest. Salty has a way with words, throws it around there. It's great stuff. All right, over on the direct donation side of things, once again, thank you guys very much. Delta says, kudos to Mark Kern for not reacting to Alyssa Mercante's call out. Also, F her for trashing Mecha Break with her friend. Weird behavior, but I'm excited for any mech games coming out. Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you, Delta. Appreciate that. Aiden came in, says, hey, guys, I wished I went to the meet and greet this past weekend, but had fun up at Choctaw. After my trip, I was planning on going back solo and take my shots in the slot machines. I've been listening to my little brother since he knows how it works. Well, Aiden, that's how they get you, buddy. Stay away from the casinos, buddy. They're just there to take your money. They're a business. Delta says, Flash, did you ever play the 2012 reboot Syndicate? It was a modernization of a old top-down ARPG turned into an FPS. This Perfect Dark feels so uncreative and reminded me of it, with the shown level design being more from Overwatch than future dystopia. Did you ever play the 2012 reboot of Syndicate, Flash?
Sounds familiar. I might have. That's a long time ago. 2012.
Yeah.
Let me look it up.
Decade ago. And Shiny King came in with the 5, says, got to see Battle of the Helm's Deep in theaters last night, and Return of the King Return of the King is tonight. Get on my level, nerds. Oh, Shiny King, well, you are the resident Lord of the Rings fan now that you've seen them before me and more recently. Congratulations, Shiny King. Says, question for the panel. Since the trilogy is rated PG-13, they are allowed to put one F-bomb per movie. Where would you put it in each of them? Speaking of Lord of the Rings, Des, have you seen the Lord of the Rings films?
Are you seriously asking me that?
Yeah.
Yes, I have given you. I was giving you a hard time before you watched it. Of course, I have. I love the Lord of the Rings. I play the music all the time.
Des,
I'm a real nerd, unlike you, who waited until way too long to watch it. Anyway, go ahead. Yes.
Des, everybody gave me poo-poo leading up to watching it.
Well, deserved.
Just saying, everybody.
I watched it midnight showings when it came out. Okay, I was a hardcore fan.
They're doing the extended cuts. Have you seen the extended cuts in theaters, Des? Have you?
Not yet, but now I am a mom and I'm very busy. Okay, and it's really expensive, but I might go watch.
With that said, where would you put the F-bomb in each film? Like I think the F-bombs probably need to be in like just random spots for them to have maximum funniness, and I'd put them in there for humor, right? That's definitely how I'd use them.
Yeah, or when Sam's giving that big speech about how, to Frodo about how the world and it being dark, but you soldier on. I'm sure that there'd be a good place to put.
Soldier on.
Yeah, I bet that would make that quote even more impactful. If you drop the F-bomb somewhere in there.
What about when Aragorn is like for Frodo, and it's like for fucking Frodo when he just charges?
That'd be good.
That's
I
awesome.
can't wait for them to remake it and they actually make Sam and Frodo gay.
Oh yeah,
Oh, gosh,
100%.
yeah.
Which is
Could
for
you imagine
sure
that
going to
scene?
happen.
That like at the very end where Frodo's in bed and Sam turns the corner, like where they're all kind of standing there around his bed.
And give him that loving, longing look.
Yeah, right. They're just kind of staring at each other, and then Sam goes, "Everybody clear out," and then he just runs and jumps on it. So gay.
He's gonna jump into a kiss in the modernized remake.
There it is, right there. All right, a lot of folks picked up the American Pride T-shirt. Guys, thank you again for that, including Chronix, who says, "Hey, Craig, been a bit of a lurker in the chat, but I love what you do. Been watching your content since Screw Attack back when I was in high school. Hail side scrollers and American Pride." Thanks, Chronix. And the Hidden Beast says, "Buying one for me and one for my wife because we love to show off our American Pride. Hail all, let's go." And yeah, man, a lot of you guys picked it up. Thank you guys very much. Really awesome. And Defender X says, "Hey guys, just wanted to get a shirt and say thank you for all the awesome stuff you guys do. Plus, I was excited to see Zydex as a sponsor since I've had one since 2014, 2015, and it's still going strong. Thank you for and thanks to you, normal men. Hey, Defender, thank you very much. Once again, if you guys are into market for a PC, pick up that Zydex down in the description." But Coldgren and Merritt and Fox, Fat Fox and Commodore Fan, guys, thank you very much for your support, picking up all those shirts. A lot of other folks did too. A lot of great normal men out there. Once again, last chance. I'm going to boost that up here as soon as I'm done talking to Blabs after the show. Des, where can people find you on a day-to-day basis, or can they find you on a day-to-day basis? Are you going to get back into it?
I am. I'm on Kick. So I am a pianist. I play music. I've definitely been taking some time off the last couple weeks. A tornado hit my city and I was without power for a week. Jesus. And during that week, I actually realized, like, wow, it's just kind of nice to not be so present on social media and all the stuff that comes with that. And it's just been a really, really busy month. So I have discovered that I probably need to maybe scale back a little bit. But it's trying to find that balance of also staying informed and wanting to fight the fight, but also not losing your mind in the process, because it's so, for me, it's just very, it can be very, very draining, and I can read a terrible story and I'll be thinking about it for, several hours afterwards. And it's, so I'm kind of trying to find that balance within myself. And, life is always about balance, and sometimes you just got to pull back a little bit. So it's definitely been that kind of a month like that for me, but I'm not gone. I will be streaming this week. So I am on Kick. I'm about to hit my year anniversary on Kick, and it's been an interesting year. We'll see if I stay there or not. But yeah, I am on YouTube as well. So I have a YouTube channel, and sometimes I restream to YouTube too.
Awesome. Well,
and sometimes I get in with it. Get in with Alyssa on Twitter. So I am on Twitter too, and I am feeling extra feisty. That's usually where I'm feisty, is on Twitter. If you want to see that,
usually where most people are feisty, for sure.
Yes.
For sure. All right, Flash, where can everybody find you? I saw you already have some videos out today.
Oh, I muted myself. Yellow Flash 2. And if you want to follow me on X, it's Yellow Flash Guy.
Love it.
Because somebody took the handle Yellow Flash
a bunch
long
of jerks.
time ago.
What a bunch of jerks. It's ridiculous. All right, last chance to save $5. I'm picking up the American Pride t-shirt. Go do that right now. A reminder, Razor Fist will be joining us tomorrow. We got a great show lined up with Razor. So make sure you guys are in tomorrow. You guys can find Blabs over on her channel. Link is in the description. You can find me over on the Side Scrollers Plays channel here in just a little bit, probably around 2:30 today. I'll play for about 90 minutes playing some Donkey Kong Country 3. I'll tell you what, man, I had somebody come up and they're like, "Hey, I love your gameplay streams." And I was like, "That's so nice. It's more than just you playing games. You're interacting, having fun. You always make it fun." So I appreciate that. Come on, join us if you're looking for something to do today around 2:30. Come watch me play Donkey Kong Country 3 as I'm doing my best to 103% the game, because 100% is not good enough. So we're on the stretch run right now. But with that said, guys, I want you to have a great rest of your day. And oh, look at that. There it is.
I identify as BroChapX.
Don't ever say that again. Ever.
Apparently.
All right. With that said, guys, remember, if you're going to try to keep you down, don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. Have a great day, guys. We'll see you guys shortly on the Plays channel. See you guys tomorrow here on this channel, 11 a.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday. Have a great day. Bye-bye.